Today, I will discuss some important examples on the topic solenoidal and irrotational of vectors. ঠিক নর্থ বেঙ্গল ইউনিভার্সিটির প্রিভিয়াস ইয়ারের প্রবলেমগুলো সলভ করে দিচ্ছি আমি। ওকে, সো এই যে প্রবলেমগুলো আমি ডিসকাস করব সবগুলো খুব ভালো করে সলভ করবে, তাহলে সলিডাল এবং ইরোটেশনাল থেকে যে কোনো প্রবলেম তোমরা সলভ করতে পারবে। ঠিক, ওকে, সো লেটস স্টার্ট। সো লেট আস কনসিডার দিস এক্সাম্পল। If the vectors A and B are irrotational, then we have to show that A cross B is solenoidal. Okay, this question asked in North Bengal University Honors Exam 2003, 2007, as well as 2009. Okay, so first of all, what is solenoidal? A vector F is said to be solenoidal if divergence F is equal to 0. Okay. So that is divergence F. What does it mean? That means del dot F. This operator is called del, or this is also called nabla. Okay. So divergence F, if divergence F is equal to 0, if divergence F is equal to 0, that means del dot F is equal to 0, then we say that the vector F is solenoidal. Take. And what is irrotational? Irrotational, a vector function F is said to be irrotational if curl F is equal to 0. Curl F, that means curl F, this is del cross F. Del cross F is equal to 0. So if curl F is equal to 0, that means del cross F is equal to 0, then we conclude that the vector F is irrotational. Getting my point? So now what is given? Here it is given that A and B are irrotational. That means del cross A is equal to 0 and del cross B is 0. Okay. So since solutions, so pause the video, write the question. So since A and B are irrotational, so we have del cross A. A is irrotational, that is curl A is equal to 0. Curl A means del cross A. So del cross A is equal to 0 and del cross B is equal to 0. Since B is irrotational, P is irrotational means curl F is equal to 0. Now what we have to show that? We have to show that A cross B is solenoidal. Solenoidal means divert a vector function F is said to be solenoidal if divergence F is equal to 0. Take. So we have to show that. So we have to show that divergence of A cross B is equal to 0. We have to show that divergence of A cross B is equal to 0. That means divergence F. So this can be also written divergence F. This can be also written in the form del dot F. So if we can show that del dot A cross B is equal to 0, then we conclude that the vector A cross B is solenoidal. Getting my point? I think up to this clear. So now we have to use the very important result, that is, so we know that, right down, we know that divergence of A cross B, so that equal to B dot curl A, that equal to B dot curl A minus A dot curl B. So it is a very, very important result. So divergence of A cross B, so that is B dot curl A minus A dot curl B. Okay, so here, so here it is given that curl A is 0, curl B is 0. So that equal to B dot 0 minus A dot 0. So B dot 0 minus A dot 0, that means 0 minus 0, so that is 0. So ultimately what do we get? We get divergence of A cross B is equal to 0. So hence, so this implies A cross B is solenoidal. Okay. Okay. So we have shown that A cross B, divergence of A cross B is 0. So we conclude that A cross B is solenoidal. So remember these 2 points. What is solenoidal or vector? Solenoidal or vector. A vector F is said to be solenoidal if divergence F is equal to 0. A vector F is irrotational if curl F is equal to 0. Curl F means del cross F is equal to 0. Okay. So now we discuss next example. So here we have to find the value of A. Find the value for the vector V is equal to x plus 3y I. So what is given here? It is given that, so pause the video, write the question. So here, what is V? Here, the vector V is given x plus 3y, x plus 3yi plus y minus 2zj plus x plus az k. We have to find the value of k such that the vector V is solenoidal. Solenoidal means divergence V is 0. Okay. So here it is given V is solenoidal. Okay. So what does it mean? V is solenoidal. That means divergence of V is equal to 0. Okay. Now, what is divergence? Just recall the definition of divergence. So if F is equal to, suppose F is equal to F1I plus F2J plus F3K. Suppose F is equal to F1I plus F2J plus F3K. Okay. Then divergence F, that means del dot F. Okay. So del dot F, what does del means? What does it mean? Del means I del x plus j del y. I del x plus j del y plus k del z dot. What is F? F is F1I plus F2J plus F3K. So I dot I is 1. So that means it will be del F1 del x plus del j dot j is 1. Others term I dot j is 0, I dot k is 0. So del F2 del y plus del F3 del z. Okay. So that's why divergence F, so that is del F1 del x plus del F2 del y plus del F3 del z. Or F is equal to F1I plus F2j plus F3k. Clear? So if F is this, then divergence F, so that will be del F1 del x plus del F2 del x plus del F3 del z. Okay. So just apply this process. So here for this problem, what is F1? This is F1. This is F2. This is F3. Okay. So del F1 divergence V is equal to 0. That means del dot V is equal to 0. Del dot V is equal to 0. So that is del x. So del F1 del x. So this is F1. So del x of x plus 3y plus del F2. This is F2. Just you consider F2J plus F3K. So this is F2. So del F2 f2 del y. So what is f2? f2 is y minus 2z plus del z into x plus az is equal to 0. Okay. So this implies, so now partial derivative with respect to x. When we differentiate with respect to x, we assume that y and z are constant. So 1, okay. So y is constant, so that is 0 plus y respect to differentiate x and z is constant, so that is 1, okay, plus এবার আমরা কার রেসপেক্ট করছি z রেসপেক্ট, so x and y is constant, so x কে ডিফারেন্সিয়েট করলে that is 0, so simply কি পাবো a, so that equal to 0. So this implies a is equal to -2. So if a is equal to -2, then this vector v becomes solenoidal. I think clear. Okay. So next example. Show that the vector f is irrotational. Okay. What is it? Just recall the definition of curl of a vector. Irrotational means we have to show that curl f is equal to 0. Curl f is equal to 0. That is del cross f is equal to 0. Okay. Del cross f. So it should be note that suppose f is equal to f1i plus f2j plus f3k. Okay. So we have to calculate curl f. Curl f means del cross f. Del cross f. So cross product. Okay. Del cross f. Okay. So I, j, k. Just note that what is del? Del means I del x. Okay. Plus j del y plus k del z. Right? So del cross f. That means first row ijk, second row ki hobe ijk er component, that is del x, del y, del z. Okay. So ijk del x, del y, del z. Okay. Del x, del y, del z. So for del. Now for f, what is f? What are the components of f? That is f1, f2, f3. So right here f1, f2, f3. So that is the process to find the cross product a cross b, right? So just you consider this is a, this is b. So a cross b. So ijk is components of a, components of b. So del means I del x plus j del y plus k del z. So what are the components of del? That is del x, del y, del z. So del x, del y, del z. What are the components of f? f1, f2, f3. So f1, f2, f3. Okay. So for this problem, we have to show that the vector function is irrotational. That is, we have to show that curl f is equal to 0. Okay. So here, so pause the video, write this question. Okay. So what is given here? Here f is equal to 2x minus yz I plus 2y minus zxj plus 2z minus xy, 2z minus xy. Okay. So we have to find curl f. We have to show curl f is equal to 0. Curl f means del cross f. This operator is called del or nabla. Okay. So we use del. Okay. So this is called del or nabla. Okay. So now, so that equal to, so by the definition of curl, so del cross f, so I, j, k. What are the component of del? That is del x, del y, del z. Just this process. del x, del y, del z. Okay. Now, what are the components of f? This, suppose you imagine this is f1, this is f2, this is f3. Okay. So f1, that is 2x minus yz. f2 is 2y minus zx. f3 is 2z minus xy. 2z minus xy. Okay, so that equal to I just determined. Okay, so del y of 2z minus xy minus del z of 2y minus zx. Okay, so I into del y 2z minus xy minus del z 2y minus zx. Next, minus j. Now we have to expand with respect to this. So del x into this minus del x into this minus del z into 2x minus yz. Okay, so del x into 2z minus xy minus del z 2x minus yz plus k plus k. Now we have to expand with respect to this. So del x into 2y minus zx minus del y into 2x minus yz. So k del x into 2y minus zx minus del y into 2x minus yz. Okay, so that equal to I. So we have to derivative with respect to y. So x and z are constant. So this will be 0. So that is minus x. Take minus x. Minus. When we respect to z respect, so y is assumed to be constant, x is assumed to be constant. So this is 0. Okay. Z respect to so x is constant. So minus x. Take. So it will be plus x. Take plus j. Minus j. Minus j del x into 2z minus x. So x respect to partially prove. So we assume y and z is constant. Okay. So x respect to so that is minus y. Z respect to so x and y is constant. So minus y. So that will be plus y. Plus k del x respect to y and z is constant. So this is 0 minus z. Okay. Minus what I respect to y respect to x and z is constant. So this is 0, z is constant, so that is minus z. So it will be plus z. Okay. So this term is 0, this is 0, this is 0. So ultimately this is 0. So ultimately what do we get? So we see that curl f is equal to 0. Hence we conclude that the vector f is irrotational. Hence f is irrotational. Clear? So I think up to this clear. So just recall the definition of solenoidal, recall the definition of divergence of a vector function, recall the definition of curl of a vector function, recall the definition of irrotational of vector function. Okay. So now we consider next example. So it is a very important example. Find the constants A, B, C such that W becomes irrotational. So here it is given that this vector is irrotational. We have to find the values of A, B, and C. This question asked in North Bengal University Honors Exam 2002. So here, what is given? Here it is given that the vector W is irrotational. That means curl F is equal to 0. Okay. So here it is given W is irrotational. Here the vector W is irrotational. So what does it mean? So this implies that curl W is equal to 0. Curl W is equal to 0. That means del cross W is equal to 0. Okay. Tick. So this implies del cross W. So that is del cross. So I, J, K. I, J, K. Del X, del Y, del Z. ঠিক এবার দেখো এখানে I এর কোএফিসিয়েন্ট কি, that is what is f1. Just apply this trick. If f is equal to f1, f2, f3, then curl f is I, J, K, del X, del Y, del Z, f1, f2, f3. That is the components of f1, f2, f3. So what is f1? So this is f1, x plus 2y plus az. So x plus 2y plus az. Next term. So what is f2? bx minus 3y minus z. bx minus 3y minus z. Take next f3. What is f3? f3 is 4x plus cy plus 2z. 4x plus cy plus 2z. So that equal to 0. It is given that W is irrotational. That means curl W is equal to 0. Curl W means del cross W is equal to 0. Okay. What is del? Del means I del X plus J del Y plus K del Z. So A cross B যেভাবে consider করি আমরা ঠিক সেম I J K A component B A vector component B vector. So এখানে del এর components গুলো কি del X del Y del Z. W এর components গুলো কি x plus 2y plus az, x plus 2y plus az, bx minus 3y minus z, bx minus 3y minus z, 4x plus cy plus 2z, 4x plus cy plus 2z. Okay, so now we have to expand this. So that equal to, so this implies I. Okay, so first, so that is del y into 4x plus cy plus 2z minus del z into bx minus 3y minus z. Okay, so that is del y into 4x plus cy plus 2z minus del z bx minus 3y minus z minus j I j k that are unit vectors. So অবশ্যই I j k এর মাথায় ক্যাপ সিম্বলটা দেবে। ওকে, so j into, so just so del x into this minus del z into this. Okay, so del x into 4x plus cy plus 2z minus del z into x plus 2y plus az. Okay, so now we expand with respect to this k. So del x into this minus del y into this. Okay, so that equal to plus k cap. So that is del x into bx minus 3y minus z minus del y into x plus 2y plus az. So that equal to 0. Okay, so this implies I. Actually here 0 means 0 vector. Curl is a vector function. Okay, so actually 0 is here, you have to consider 0 vector. Okay, so আমরা 0 আমরা simply 0 লিখি, but actually this is 0 vector. Okay, ঠিক. Okay. So I, now we have to give a partial derivative with respect to y. So when we differentiate with respect to y and z is assumed to be constant. So that is 0. So that will be c y respect to partial derivative. So that is c minus. So z respect to partial derivative. So x and y is constant. X and y is constant. So that is the minus 1. Take. So minus a plus 1. Minus j I cap j cap. So x respective করছি, so that is 4. X respective যখন করব, y and z is constant, so it will be simply 4 minus z respective করছি, so x and y is constant, so this is 0, this is 0, so simply a হবে, so minus 4 plus k cap. So the x respective করছি, so y and z is constant, so this is 0, this is 0, so ultimately b. Take y respective যখন করব, x and z is constant, so this is 0, this is 0, that is 2, so minus 2, so that equal to 0. So 0 means 0 vector. Okay, so 0 can be considered as 0 into I plus 0 into j plus 0 into k. So this implies, so c plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, minus, what is the coefficient of j? That is minus 4 minus a, that is 0. What is the coefficient of k? That is b minus 2 is equal to 0. So what is the reason? Because the vector, this 0 can be expressed as, the vector 0 can be expressed as 0i, take, plus 0j plus 0k. Take. So here the coefficient of I c plus 1, here the coefficient of I 0. So c plus 1 is equal to 0. Here the coefficient of j is minus 4 minus a. Here the coefficient of j is 0. So that's why it is 0. Here the coefficient of k is b minus 2. Here the coefficient of k is 0. So that's why we write here b minus 2 is equal to 0. I think up to this clear. Okay. So what do we get? So we get c is equal to minus 1. Take a is equal to 4. And b is equal to 2. This is the answer. So for these values of a, b, c, the vector w becomes irrotational. Okay, clear? Now we consider next example. Prove that grad phi, that is gradient of phi is an irrotational vector. So grad phi is a scalar function. Okay. So what is grad phi? Grad phi, that is gradient phi. So this is del phi. Okay. So del phi means I del phi del x plus j del phi del y, j del phi del y plus k del phi del z. So we have to show that grad phi is an irrotational vector. So what is the definition of irrotational vector? Just recall the definition. A vector f is said to be irrotational if curl f is equal to 0. That is del cross f is equal to 0. Okay. So if del cross f is equal to 0, then we conclude that the vector f is irrotational. Here we have to show that gradient phi is irrotational. So we have to show that curl of gradient phi is equal to 0. Okay. So we have to show that. So what is our target? We have to show that curl of gradient phi is equal to 0. Okay. Okay. So what is our target? we have to show that this. So curl grad phi, curl F, that is del cross F. So curl grad phi, that is del cross grad phi, that means del phi. Okay, so A cross B, suppose just concept apply karo. Suppose A is equal to A1I plus A2J plus A3K, ठीक, and B is equal to suppose B1I plus B2J plus B3K. Then A cross B, আমরা কি করে ক্যালকুলেশন করি A cross B? That is determinant I, J, K, components of A, that is A1, A2, A3, components of B, that is B1, B2, B3. এই কনসেপ্টটাই কিন্তু আমরা কার্ল এফ এ অ্যাপ্লাই করেছি। দেখো কার্ল এফ, that is del cross F. What are the components of del? Del del x, del by del x. So that's why we write here del x, del by del. What are the components of F? F1, F2, F3. So F1, F2. Okay, so cross product এর concept আমরা এখানে অ্যাপ্লাই করেছি। ওকে, ঠিক। So here del cross del phi, A cross B, like this, ঠিক। So I J K, right? I J K del, what are the components of del? Components of del means I del x plus J del y plus K del z. So what are the components of del? The components of del is del x, del y, del z. So that's why we write here del x, del y, del z. ठीक. What are the components of del phi? What are the components of del phi? That is grad phi, del phi del x, del phi del x, del phi del y, del phi del z. Okay, তাই অ্যাপ্লাই করছি A cross B, A এর component A1, A2, A3, B এর component B1, B2, B3, B1, B2, B3. So here the components of del phi del x, del phi del y, del phi del z. I think clear, it's easy. So that is del phi del x, del phi del x, del phi del y, and del phi del z. Okay, ঠিক। রাইট হ্যান্ড সাইডে যা যা করেছি জাস্ট তোমাদের বোঝানোর জন্য। ওকে ওকে, so that equal to I, just expand করো del y into del phi del z, del y into del phi del z. So del 2 phi del y del z হবে minus del 2 phi del y del z, ঠিক। So del 2 phi del y del z minus del 2 phi del z del y। দেখো কি হচ্ছে del y del phi del z, তাই তো, del y del phi del z, that means del 2 phi del y del z. So del z del phi del z del y, so del 2 phi del z del y, ঠিক। ওকে, প্লাস minus j cap, so that equal to del x del phi del z, del x del phi del z, so del 2 phi del x del z. Okay, so del 2 phi del x del z minus del 2 phi del z del x minus del 2 phi del z del x plus k cap, ঠিক, plus k cap del x into del phi del y, so del 2 phi del x del y minus del y into del phi del x, so that is del 2 phi del y del x. ঠিক, so del 2 phi del x del y minus del 2 phi minus del 2 phi del x del y del x. Stick. Now we know that del 2 phi del y del z and del 2 phi del z del y that are equal. If a function f is continuous, partial derivative possesses partial derivative exist যদি করে, ঠিক, and it is continuous যদি হয়, তাহলে এখানে f phi যে ফাংশনটা আছে del phi curl function is a vector differentiable function, ঠিক, so differential function that means fxx is equal to fyx. That means what does it mean? That means del 2f del x del y is equal to del 2f del y del x. It was same. So here del 2 phi del y del z and del 2 phi del z del y, that is equal. So that's why it is 0. Del 2 phi del x del z del 2 phi del z del x equal. Take del 2 phi del x del y and del 2 phi del y del x, that is equal. Okay, so that is 0, so that is 0, so this is 0, so that will be ultimately 0. Okay, because this is equal to this equal to this equal to this. Del 2 phi del y del z is equal to del 2 phi del z del y. What is the reason? You can write here, since del 2 phi del x del y, so that equal to del 2 phi del y del x. Similar concept for others. Okay, so we have shown that curl of gradient phi is equal to 0. Hence grad phi is irrotational. Okay, so this problem solved. So next example. This question asks in North Bengal University Honors Exam 2022. Show that the vector v is irrotational. That is, we have to show that curl v is equal to 0. So what is our target? We have to show that curl v. What is v? V is given. So we have to show that curl v. That means del cross v. ठीक, so del cross v I j k del means del x I del x plus j del y plus k del. So just write down the components del x del y del z. What are the components of v? 4xy minus z cube. Next, coefficient of j, that is 2x square, so 2x square, and right here minus 3x z square. Take. Okay, just same concept. Apply this concept. Del x del y del z f1 f2 f3. If f is equal to f1 I f2j plus f3k, then curl f is I j k del x del y del z f1 f2 f3. Okay, so that equal to I into, just expand call del y minus 3x z square minus del z 2x square. Okay, take minus j, so del x minus 3x z square del x minus 3x z square, ठीक, minus del z 4xy minus z cube plus k, that is del x del x into 2x square del x into 2x square minus del y into 4xy minus x cube minus del y into 4xy minus z cube. So that equal to I. So we have to integrate, so we have to differentiate with respect to y. So x and z is constant, that is 0. We have to integrate with respect to z. So x and y is constant, that is 0. Take minus j. So del x. So that is, so it will be minus 3z square. আমরা কার রেসপেক্ট করছি, z রেসপেক্ট করছি, so x and y is constant, so this is 0. So that will be plus z cube integration the differentiation, that is 3z square plus k cap. So that is 4x minus y respect করছি, so minus 4x যখন y respect করব x and z is constant, so this is 0. 4x is constant, y respect to differentiation, y to y respect differentiation, that is 1. So this is 0, this is 0, this term vanish, right? Minus 3z square plus 3z square cancelled out, plus 4x minus 4x cancelled out, so ultimately you get 0. So curl v is equal to 0, hence the vector, hence the vector v is irrotational. Hence the vector v is irrotational. Okay, so right here this question asks in North Bengal University honors exam 2022. Okay, clear? I think all points are clear, so thank you so much. Bye.